was still next to her husband, and he really liked soft cream. Judging by the size of his pocket. But yeah, so I do spend a lot of time on the internet. But one site particularly is Amazon. Have you all familiar with Amazon? Yeah? Yeah, I don't do like it, because you get stuff dead cheap, and then you only review afterwards. Like the last one. Dear Sarah, your order is on time, inside, as good as new. In fact, you're not being for a few times a pair, and there's no way of knowing that these anal beads are second hand. In hindsight, had a look at the company name, analadventures.com, with your order packages, what arrangements are actually needed. And we're going to it took me a week to get back up on the dirty page. But so I'm going to turn you special. Thank you, cheers.
Thanks everyone. Right, so we're going to far back to this section. Says Mike Carter, that's really fantastic. Head on your up, Mike Carter.
All right. Thank you so much for that welcome. People tend... and the continued welcome, thank you. Now, people tend to be a bit disappointed usually when I come bounding into a room. When I don't tell them that they're going to Hogwarts. I'll be honest with you, I used to do a completely different opener. But I could never memorise the numbers from Lost. So everyone have a good Christmas and New Year, yeah? I got starkly reminded of where I am in life on Christmas morning when I woke up to the news that both of my sisters had gotten engaged and I got a Spider-Man duvet set. But it's the middle of the month now, so I've finally got around to sorting out my Christmas bag. You know, where you lash all the presents that are either shit or aren't money. It's always the same stuff in mine. A mostly eaten bag of box of celebrations, consisting entirely of bounties, and one Twix wrapper some prick couldn't be arsed thrown away. What my mum calls a Christmas tradition of a bit of fun. It's a soap on a rope. What's fun about it? It's a not very subtle suggestion she thinks I've got a hygiene problem, but that I can't handle something as complex as a Lynx Africa set. And usually bottom of the barrel is whatever my Uncle Paul's got me. Like one year, it was an in-car tissue dispenser. I don't own a fucking car. This year it was a bottle of Poundland aftershave. It was called Austerity. Imagine hitting the clubs with that on. But I had to move back in with my grandparents in the last year, largely because I did a degree in film studies. Now, I'm from a place just down the road called Croxteth. Yeah, you've heard of us then, yeah? No, and it's a shithole. I knew it was a shithole when I lived there. And when you move and come back, you think things will have moved on. And I realised things had not changed at all. I can tell you the exact moment that I realised that was when I walked out my nan's front door and I was greeted with the spectacle of a 53-year-old man riding a bike with no hands. Because he'd freed them up to roll a joint. Being pulled along by 3 Jack Russells. Called Stallone, Springsteen and Rambo. And I'm just looking at this like, all right, Dad. And we live by a school, so we get all the noise and the traffic and the kids fighting everything. And twice a day I see this one young mum standing on the corner opposite my bedroom window. Pink leopard print shell suit, fake Uggs, bright orange fake tan, hair in curlers, looks like she's going on an undercover mission in a Salvador Dali painting. And she'll be going, Tracy, Leanne, Tasha, Christabel, Marie, Louise, Siobhan, Kendall, Brianna, Destiny, Chastity, Hope, Saphira, Avril, Beyonce, get here, now! And one kid comes round the corner. I found out over the holidays that I hate nightclubs. My best mate is in a bad place with a woman. Specifically, it's Runcorn. So he's been dragging me out to town every other week. And I just really found out it's not for me, you know. 500 people standing in a sweatbox listening to bad music, hoping the lighting's bad enough someone will find them attractive. I just end up bored, stood at the bar, sweating me bollocks off. My hair comes out here, I look like Harry Styles if his glands have gone wrong. And my mate's going, why don't you get up and dance? You could meet someone. And I was like, fuck off. For starters, I'm wearing Poundland austerity. And for another, the only way I'm going to attract a woman in one of them nightclubs is if one gets too close and gets caught in my field of gravity. But I'm at the bar this past weekend, and that lad that's in every nightclub is there, you know, 6 foot tall, bad tribal tattoos, looks like a wrestler from a PS2 game. And he's going on to me about this girl over the other side of the room going, you see her, mate? You see her? Wasn't for her, mate, I'd be breaking her in half tonight. Not realising her friends have formed a protective circle around her because she's told them to. Just all these scouse birds on the other side of the room going, get behind me, Teresa, get behind me. Flashing the false nails like the fucking Wolverine. They've all got the hair tied back so tight it's stretching the skin, so it looks like he's annoyed a horde of Benedict Cumberbatches. And he's going, I don't know how they always know, but they always guess I'm only into them for a shag, lad. Like, the fact you were staring at her for 20 minutes without blinking, mate, might have tipped it off. And then Terry, me mate, the fucking genius that he is, decides he's going to go and chat this girl up. And this lunatic flips his leg. He's like, hey! She's coming home with the big dog tonight, lad. And I'm like, oh shit, I've got to get involved now, haven't I? Like, Rover, leave them alone. And he gets right up in my face and he's going, listen, fat boy, I'm getting that pussy by any means necessary, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. So I sat on him. End up rolling into my nan's about 6:30 in the morning. She's going, where do you be in your dirty stop out? I got lucky, all right, man. Don't be telling me that. Don't be vulgar, Michael. No, they let me off with a caution. No, but these nights out are quite intimidating for me with all these muscle heads and fitness freaks and gym guys everywhere. I feel like I'm surrounded by weight supremacists. You can laugh at that. We voted out. Yeah, it's tougher than it was being fat these days, though. Especially since thin people invented diabetes. And no one even wants to call you fat. They'll call you something politically correct, like bubbly. Or fluffy. And chunky. And that's thin people using coded language to take the piss. Because those words are more regularly used to describe cake, chocolate, and peanut butter. The best one, though, is everyone familiar with Giacomo? The shop that sells everything for fat men except dignity. I'll be honest, I've got problems with Giacomo. You know, the one, for starters, the one in Liverpool 1 is on the second fucking floor. The first time I went in, the guy tried to style me. You know, when you're this size, it's less about style and more about containment. And he goes, if we don't have black jeans, would burgundy chinos be acceptable? And have they ever? To anyone? But Giacomo described my size as husky. Husky. Do I look like I can run for 18 hours a day pulling a fucking sled? You know, it's everywhere though. You know, I went on weightwatchers.com because I was serious about trying to lose some weight. Even there at it, the first thing it says on their website, before you sign up, before you fill anything out, it asks you, have you accepted cookies? Look at me. I surrendered to cookies. But it's been with me all my life, though. Even when I was a teenager, I had a goth phase. You know, where you dress in black and listen to angry music. It was just a thing that I had to go through. Even then, it was following me. Everywhere I went, same lame joke. Here he comes. Vampire the Buffet Slayer. Thank you very much. I've been Mike Carter.